Welcome back to this commentated roleplay for Morrowind Rebirth. So, in the previous episode, Assemmus was just here in what I believe is the Red Lantern Inn on the top floor of the or of Arrille's trade house. I may be mistaken in thinking this is the Red Lantern Inn, but it is an inn of sorts. Assemmus was currently just continuing gathering information from the locals at the inn. So in this episode we shall continue and see what else events may bring. Oh, good day alone. Go ahead. You're not interrupting anything. I'm alone. Scout. You need directions? Plagiad, Balmora, Caldera, Ebonheart, or Vivek? I will need some directions to Balmora. Balmora is a district seat of House Halalu, the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing through Fort Pelagiad and Pelagiad Village. Interesting, so it looks like Assemmus shall be passing through Pelagiad before reaching his destination at Balmora. From Balmora, roads lead north to Aldrin. Aldrin as well, maybe. And through the town of Caldera. Another town to note. Maybe I'd better write down the directions to Balmora for you. Obliged alone. It's a long walk and a little confusing. When I'm used to travelling by road, I spent much of my time on the road in my past life with my father. Okay, so we have directions added to our map. That journal has been updated. May I inquire a little bit about you? Hello? I am alone, scout and journeyman of the Blades. Oh, how interesting. I have not heard of this organization. The Blades. I may have done, actually. Whispers, perhaps, in my past life in Cyrodiil, although I cannot say for certain. What about Balmora itself? Is it a good place to visit? Hospitable or inhospitable? All right, I'll repeat what I said, but pay attention. Balmora is a district seat of House Halalu, the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. I see. Yes, I was paying attention, but thank you for the reiteration. What about this general area? The Bitter Coast. I hear it has a problem with pirates. The Bitter Coast is also called the Smuggler's Coast. Makes sense. Hidden coves and islands are handy for smugglers, and the frequent rain and fog hide small boats from excise cutters. Interesting. What of this place, Caldera? one of the towns you mentioned. Caldera is a recently chartered imperial town and mining corporation north of Balmora, on the road to Aldrun. The Caldera Mining Company has been granted an imperial monopoly to remove raw ebony from the rich deposits here. So ebony. The most valuable commodity. Caldera is a new town, recently built in the Western Imperial style. Most of the citizens are outlanders and new colonists. Interesting. What of Ebonheart? Ebonheart is south on the road from Pelagiad, built on the western shore of the water-founded city of Vivec. I've heard of Vivec a few times. Sounds like an important settlement. Ebonheart is the seat of the imperial government for the Vardenfell district, and a busy centre of maritime trade. Castle Ebonheart is the home of Duke Vidam Dren, the district's ruler and emperor's representative. Yes, I believe I may have come across this name. Perhaps one day I may be lucky enough to meet this Duke Vidam Dren. Also located at Castle Ebonheart are the Vardenfell District Council Chambers and the Hawk Moth Legion Garrison. The East Empire Company has its headquarters in Ebonheart. Ah yes, my father and I did business with the East Empire Company back in Cyrodiil. They have a somewhat murkier reputation. What of Foyada? Foyada means fire river. Interesting. In the native Ashlander language. The deep, ash-dark ravines which run down from the Red Mountain volcano are called Foyada. The lava from Red Mountain is very fluid, and it runs almost like water. During an eruption, fire rivers run down the mountain, clearing the ravines of vegetation. Sounds like quite a sight. A dangerous sight. Because they have good footing, are clear of brush, and run long distances. We use them like roads when travelling over land. Interesting. Thank you. What of the Foyada Mimea? I believe I have spoken with another patron about this, but please inform me of your own perspective. I see. Yes, I believe I've heard this or something like this before, but thank you. Anything more regarding the geographic regions of Vardenfell? I will certainly need all the knowledge I can get if travelling by foot. Interesting, yes. I believe I have been informed of this, but thank you. What of this location, Narmok? I believe I have heard it referenced. Narmok is a tiny island fishing village in the Better Coast region of Western Vardenfell. Sounds like a peaceful place to visit, if I'm not mistaken. And what of Hala Oad? I do hope I have not pronounced that incorrectly. Hadar Oad is a tiny isolated fishing village on western Vardenfell in the Bitter Coast region. A rough track along the river Odai connects Hadar Oad with the town of Balmora. Well, perhaps maybe I could visit this Hadar Oad, I should say, after I have visited Balmora. Some neglected ancestral tombs around here. Locals don't like it, but you can find some nice bits. Ghost and ancestral spirit guardians are dangerous. I can understand why locals would not like people raiding the tombs of their ancestors. Respecting one's ancestors is highly important. Perhaps visiting the tomb, if it is not disrespectful, could be permitted. I suppose that those who do raid them are looking for gain. I imagine they get their comeuppance when attacked by these ghosts and ancestral spirits. Thank you for noting that to be alone. What about Morrowind itself in general, beyond Vardenfell? Yes, I've heard it is part of the larger Tamrielic Empire, yes. Thank you for reminding me, however. You alluded to being a scout, I believe. Any more information upon your role? I see. Yes, I believe one of your patrons is also a scout. Seems like you two could probably exchange a lot of information. What of Pelagiad? Seems like a place I may be visiting via or going to Balmora. Pelagiad is a newly charted imperial village on the road north from Vivec to Balmora, right on the western edge of the Ascadian Isles region. The village is right outside the Imperial Legion garrison at Fort Pelagiad. The houses and shops are built in the Western Imperial style, and Pelagiad looks more like a village in the Western Empire than a Morrowind settlement. It really does sound as if the Imperials are colonizing this area, building it in their own style. I imagine this has created quite a bit of tension with those who live here, or have lived here for generations. Now, I've heard of this Red Mountain a number of times, a volcano you speak of. May I learn a little bit more about this place? Red Mountain is the great volcano in the center of Vardenfell Island. To reach Red Mountain, follow the Foyada Mimea from the old Dremmer Bridge near Fort Moonmoth to Ghostgate. Well, maybe one day I may visit Red Mountain, either on business or, well, I doubt I'll ever have a chance to do so for leisure, but it does sound as if it is a dangerous place. So perhaps not getting too close would be wise. And what about Salinine itself? May I learn anything more about this sleepy village? Coast Guard cutters of census and excise docked here control smuggling and piracy on the inner sea. Interesting. Seems as though they are trying to curtail this smuggling. But pirates, I imagine, are pretty difficult to suppress. And what of Sheer Gorad? I don't believe I've asked anyone about this place. Dagon Fell is the only settlement reached by ship services. All other island-to-island transport must be provided by the traveller. Interesting. So it sounds as if it is not easy to access. I imagine it is perhaps a little dangerous. Perhaps a place to avoid.
Ask or get going.
Thank you for your time alone. I do not wish to outstay my welcome. I imagine you have some patrons to serve. We shall speak again soon.
Masera.
Please may I speak to you a moment? Well, hello Assemmus Timsar-Dadisun. I'm Tandrem Andelen. This is Sedanin, Swamp Fever capital of the world. Yes, it has been referred to that a number of times. It is a pleasure to meet you, Tandrem. Very, tell me how you feel about the Dunmer. I see there's a great imperial presence here. I wonder if that has had an effect upon the Dunmer people. Yes, I am aware that the Imperials do refer to the Dunmer as Dark Elves. Thank you. Pray, tell me, as a resident here, have you heard of any particular rumors that could be of use? I see, yes. Seems as though nobody knows where this poor processus has ended up. Would you be willing to give me a little bit of advice, Tandrem? Well, most Outlanders stick to the Imperial Guilds and the Legions. But you might consider service in one of the Dunmer Great Houses. Yes, I was already contemplating this. They aren't real fond of Outlanders. And you have to look around hard for a patron. Someone who speak, I should say, for you. Help you advance to the higher ranks. But the great houses are where the real opportunities are. House Arrille and House Redouan are pretty reasonable. House Tilvani, the wizard house, they're another story. Yes, now I have heard of this House Tilvani before. I do believe that, although it may be more difficult, that would be the house that I would be interested in. Magic has always been a fascination of mine, Tandrem. Thank you for that information. Would you be willing to impart any secrets, however small, Tandrem? Yes, I've heard of this particular disease a few times now. It really seems like quite a threat. I shall be wary on my travels, Tandrum. Thank you. What are services? I see. Yes. Really seems as if Arrille's trade house is the hub of Seydonin. But would there be anybody else in particular I should meet before my departure from Seydonin? I see, I see. And finally, if I may, Tandrum, would there be any specific places I should visit? Ah, I see, I see. Well, I appreciate your time, Tandrum. Good day to you. Forgive me, may I take a moment of your time? You seem a little agitated.
What's this about?
Well, hello, Assemmus Timsar-Dadisun. Hello. I'm Albesius Collodius. This is Seydonin. Yes, yes, the swamp fever capital. But it seems as if this place does not have the best reputation. Pray, tell me about the Imperials. I have learnt bits and pieces already, but what do you think of their presence here? Yes, yes, they seem to make that argument regarding peace and prosperity. But I shall say no more. Right. Would you have any particular rumors that could be of use, Albesius? Did you hear that some fool lost Mentor's ring in a tomb along the Bitter Coast, or so they say? Interesting. Mentor's ring. In a tomb, you say? Sounds as if this specific person was up to no good. But I shall keep it in mind, should I happen to come across such a ring. Would you have any particular advice for a newcomer, Albesius? Ah, yes. I have heard of this particular tome or book, Law and Custom. Would you be aware of where I could find a copy? No worries, I shall keep an eye out for it all the same, Albesius. Pray, would you be able to provide me with any secrets? Ah, yes, yes, I have heard this particular argument. But thank you for the reminder. And what of your trade, Albesius? You seem like perhaps you are familiar with the School of Magic. I am a battle mage. Ah, I do not believe I have met a battle mage before, even in my travels in Cyrodiil. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Though arrayed as a Western knight with heavy armor, axes and long blades, my primary training is in the College of Alteration. Ah, interesting. College of Destruction and the College of Conjuration. I see. Conjuration, eh? Pray continue. To round out my education, I've mastered enchantments and alchemy. Potions made through alchemy or purchased from alchemists Grant me the magics of restoration, mysticism, and illusion colleges. And can there be any more terrible master of the science of war than a battle mage? I think not. I would state caution with regards to conjuration. It is dangerous and its legality is questionable. Any particular services that I should be aware of, Albesius? Thank you. Will there be anybody in particular that I should meet? For example, if I wish to learn more about these schools and colleges with a view to training. I see. Certainly not in these parts, it seems. But what are specific places, may I ask? I see. Yes, there are plenty of locations to visit. Albesius, it has been most intriguing making your acquaintance. Take care.
What is it, Sarah?
Rise of Saints. Interesting. An interesting book you have there, Torvise. Perhaps one day I may purchase it. But good day for now.
Can we hurry this along?
Round the fire. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I shan't keep you long. Just a quick word, if I may. I haven't seen your dark elf face before. Would you like a little advice? Or are you looking for someone in particular? No, nobody in particular, Eldafar, but as you are aware, I am a newcomer. There seem to be plenty of rumours, but would you have any rumours that could be of use, Eldafar? Yes. This Processus Vitellius seems to be at the lips of everyone. Would you have any particular advice for this newcomer? You look like you can take care of yourself. Well, I'm flattered that you believe so. I'm not sure that I could adequately defend myself at present. Why don't you do something about those smugglers in the Ada Massatus cave? Yes, I've heard of smugglers being a thorn in the side of the Imperials here. Have not the Excise and Census Office had any luck in curtailing these smugglers yet? It's right over there near the Silkstrider port. Ah yes, I see the Silkstrider. So it is around that area. Seems very close, to say the name. Yet these guards, look at them, just strutting around. Someone must have paid them to ignore the smuggling going on here. That is interesting. It's a dangerous notion to have when people are listening. But it does seem strange how they are operating so close to Sadanin with no repercussions. Would you have any particular secrets, Elderfire, that I may benefit from? Ah, yes, I've heard this spoken of a number of times, but thank you for the information. And what of your trade, Elderfire? What do you do? Ah, yes. It seems as though there are not too many jobs in Sadanin. Perhaps not the most ideal location if you're looking to settle down, unless perhaps you are a scout or perhaps a fisherman of some variety. And what are services? I see. Thank you. Would you recommend anyone to make a visitation upon Elderfire? Yes, I've had the pleasure of meeting these two individuals already. It really does seem like they are stalwarts of the community. And finally, if I may, would there be any specific places that I should visit Elderfire? Ah, I see. Yes. I do intend to visit Balmora soon, once my business here is concluded. Thank you for your time, Elderfire, and have a good morning. Good day, guard. Still as unfriendly. Ah, Fargoth's house. And Draven Ferralis' house. I believe I've had the pleasure of meeting Draven. Does knock on the door. Pray, may I come in, Draven?
Can we hurry this along?
Thank you. Good day, Draven. I shan't bother you long. I am new here, and just trying to learn about this place and people. I am Draven Ferralis. Welcome to scenic Sadanin, gateway to Morrowind. Well, that is the first time I've heard of Sadanin described as scenic. Are you looking for someone in particular? No, not particularly, but a pleasure to meet you, Draven. Or do you want just a little advice? Yes, I will always need more advice. Pray, what do you think of the Dunmer here? It seems as though they are a people who have been suppressed. I see, yes. Would you have any particular rumors that I may learn of, Draven? I see. Pray, would you have any particular advice for this newcomer? few. You're better green. Green, Outlander. Might as well wear a sign. New in town. Yes, I do feel somewhat out of place. Word of advice. Buy a little goodwill. Lose a few drakes. Gain a friend. Folks will loosen up if you spread, or if you're spread. I believe it is if you spread a little of the Emperor's gold around. Yes, yes, I believe that someone else has already encouraged me to buy the favor of others. I shall bear that in mind, Delarin. Would you have any particular secrets or any other nuggets of information that I could draw from? If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. If someone doesn't attack you first, you're going to break the law if you attack him. Well, I certainly don't intend to attack anybody unless in dire need, Delarin. And what of your trade, Delarin? It seems as though jobs here are not necessarily easy to come by, particularly for the Dunmer. Yes, it seems as though that theme continues. I spoke to, I believe, Alone at the trade house regarding Red Mountain. Seems like quite a dangerous location. Have you visited? Red Mountain is a great volcano in the center of Vardenfell Island. The summit of Red Mountain is called the Dagoth region, where Dagoth and his evil servants dwell. I certainly hope I don't have any business there. The tribunal built the ghost fence around Red Mountain to imprison Dagoth and his servants, and to protect Morrowind from the blight storms at issue from Dagoth's crater. I see. Who is this Dagoth? Sounds like quite a menacing character. Dagoth is the evil, immortal enemy of the Tribunal Temple cult. The temple holds Dagoth and his hosts accountable for all the evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoth dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin, called Ash Vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. Well, I certainly won't be visiting either on business or leisure anytime soon, it seems. But many thanks for that information, Delarin. And what are services? Are there any other services here in Seydanin? I see. And would there be anybody in particular I should venture to meet before I leave Seydanin? I see. Thank you. And finally, if I may, and I'm sorry I've kept you so long, would there be any specific places to visit? Yes, yes. I've had the pleasure of frequenting the lighthouse. It has some rather lovely views. Thank you, Delarin, for your time. I shall not interrupt your morning anymore. Good day.
What assistance do you need?
Excuse me, Eldifar. So, there seem to be one or two more buildings.
There's someone watching me.
So let's briefly visit these. So, this is the Red Lantern Inn. I believe before we shall enter the Red Lantern Inn, we shall take pause and conclude this particular episode. In the next episode, we shall venture inside the Red Lantern Inn and see if we can garner some more useful information, and also consider having a spot of lunch. However, until then, I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I shall look forward to seeing you in the next installment. Thank you, and goodbye.